don't know the one thing I don't care about. Gout? What? The gout? It's not yet. There's one thing I don't get about capitalism at the moment is why the hell do companies and corporations insist that there is currently an issue with the way they're already doing something? So, for example, selling a DVD or something like, I don't know, a newly released movie. Which, by the way, I don't know why they just don't do that to begin with, rather than make people go to the cinema, which not everyone wants to do, because they fucking suck. Usually, like, it depends on the person. I don't like them. It got me thinking: why are we moving towards subscription services? Why are we even in a situation where corporations will want to monetize everything you do, including putting adverts on things that don't really need adverts, which is so fucking bizarre and disconnected. I frankly don't understand. Like, what is the reason behind this? Like, actually, like, you have enough adverts as it is in media and just elsewhere. It just makes no sense to have it. But this leads into the other issue of why the hell has things changed? Because this never used to be a problem. I look at all the inflation that's currently happening with products, and even myself almost being unable to afford even basic things like food. And I just think, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're multi-billion dollar companies and you're asking us to pay more? Are you fucking joking? It's just, that's a new level of absurdity. And myself being disabled as well, I'm not necessarily able to afford it all because my disability becomes a priority. It becomes a focus because I'm just that sick at the moment. And it's not gonna go away. So I don't understand why there is this sudden need for things to become subscriptions and why things have to be hosted on like a cloud or even like fucking AI shit. Like, why the fuck is everything AI now? It makes no sense. Every time I just think about this and look into it, it's like, no, it still doesn't make sense. So I don't know why it's even happening. And it reminds me of this thing in evolution anyway, where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And there's kind of a hard thing to wrap your head around if you're not aware of it. And it took me a while to realise, but it basically just means that if something isn't broken, it doesn't need fixing. So, consciousness, pain, we've always felt that for millions of years. So that never needs to change. But it's like companies are seeing or making an artificial problem here in how they execute things, and they're making out that we're not giving enough money to them for their personal needs, and so they're monetizing it in a drastic way where pretty much nobody can afford it anymore. And that's where we get the problems. So you realise that all this shit is just really bad. Like, we do not need this, and this is why. And I was originally going to name this that really, but this is why people go into piracy. This is why people do that. It's why people just keep going on with it. Like, there's a reason people don't give it up, and even after potentially being arrested for it. It's a reason again why they don't fucking stop. Because everything is taking on money. Everything is draining you. And that's why people do not want a single thing to do with it. So that's why this happens. So it's not surprising. And then companies will complain about it, saying, "Oh, you're stealing money from us." It's the other way around. you're stealing money from the poorer populations, the vulnerable populations. Because I recently saw the thing with Disney and how people are boycotting them over the cancellation of the Jimmy Kimmel show. And it is unjustified through and through. It's just completely unjustified. And that's why people are mad. And there's probably more to it that I haven't noticed yet, but the point remains that this is why people are unhappy and they're just fed up with everything. It's so problematic, and it doesn't need to be. And then you see, like, music platforms are saying apparently they're training AI to kill people now, which is dangerous as fuck, because this can mean a lot of things. Because it's not just going to be for, like, disarming dangerous people, as they're probably going to market it. It's going to be for killing vulnerable people. So disabled, LGBT plus, immigrant, black, even, like, it literally doesn't fucking matter to them. And they'll just kill unworthy, like, other people as well, like, I don't know, women. There's just so many people on that list, even just weak men, like, feminine men, like, you know, you got a Terminator like fucking creature running towards you, like, femboy detected, and then you're just fucking dead. That's the world we're heading towards, and this is why people don't like it. It's so dystopian and so disconnected from reality. And when you really look at it, it's just like, it's just gross. Like, come on. It's obviously bad. So, what I need to say here really is, there is no justifiable excuse for what companies are currently doing. Sucking actually, yeah, they are kind of sucking us dry. Sucking our money dry, and they're not being punished for it. There's no government taking them to court, there's nothing. So we feel excluded and feel a bit lost because of that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say here because it's such a bad situation. But honestly, have some advice on this, like, physical media and media that you actually have ownership of and have physical use of. It's objectively better. Like, I buy songs from Bandcamp for bands that have appeared on Bandcamp that I do like, and I do that to essentially allow me to have a physical form of media that I can listen to while offline, or while my PC's packed up or something. Like, there's different reasons for this, and I have that just so I have an alternative. I have a method by which I can access these things which don't require a cloud service or money. And that's the real big kicker. Like, this is a big reason why. And it makes piracy justifiable, because when there's no convenient method like this out there, it's going to lead people to want to pirate things. They're going to want to look at things in probably not legal manners, but it doesn't fucking matter because it's about morality. And that's what it's heading towards. I remember a story actually about Disney. It appeared on r/LGBT, and basically there was a mother in there, I think, who says her child uses Disney Plus pretty much as a coping mechanism because all the shows are on there, and it's hard to unsubscribe from that because, well, one, you don't want to engage in piracy, especially if you're a parent, but even then piracy will become so common because of this issue, by the way, and it won't be arrestable anymore because you have no prisons to fit them in. You have no fines to give them because they're already poor. So this doesn't work, and this is why corporations need to stop doing it. But anyway, yeah, but someone suggested doing piracy anyway, and in general I can't disagree with this at this point. It literally becomes a necessity to engage in piracy in this day and age because, like, at a certain point on a corporate level, everything you know and have been used to will get fucked over. And I've seen this firsthand. Like, I'm trying to watch One Piece via the dub requires a VPN. Initially, I thought you could only find it on other sites other than Crunchyroll, but apparently Crunchyroll has it if you set your location to US, which is handy. And yeah, I happily pay for the subscription for that. It's a reasonable price, I think. I think it was like £6, which is really good. But I wish you didn't need a VPN, and that kind of thing sucks. But even then, that's why people go to piracy. It's like, that's the first thing. If you can't find the dub for it, the English dub, it's not there no matter how much you check, even though it says it has the English dub. That's illegal. That's misadvertising. Hopefully someone takes Crunchyroll to court in these places where it's not licensed to have the dub. Because that is misleading. Just objectively so. It doesn't matter about the VPN thing because the average person won't know how to use it. Try not to get distracted by something else on the screen. And the other thing I encountered recently was actually Steins Gate. So I was looking for a way to watch this because I was really interested in the show and I kind of see why they didn't renew it. There are some really sus moments with like Daru and children, which is fucking creepy as hell. I don't know how they even allowed that. But the dub actually is really good, other than that. And they could have easily just cut it out anyway. But the thing that gets me about that is you can't actually find it on Crunchyroll. You can't actually find it elsewhere. And like in my research, I literally couldn't find anything, and the only other sites were literally host streaming sites. Like, that's the fucking situation we're in. That's what capitalism leads to. They start taking away your rights to these programs that you want to watch. And it's like, for example, Dark on Netflix. Like, imagine if they removed the dub because they suddenly decided, like, oh no, we're not going to license that anymore for this country. We're not going to show it to people of a certain country for X reason. Then people will just go pirate it. They won't use your service. You're being exclusive rather than inclusive, and that's really the issue here. That's why these companies are failing, and that's why piracy is on the rise. It's all about inclusivity. And the less of it there is, the less people you'll have, the less money you'll make even. And I'm also just fed up with the abundance of subscription services myself, and that's why I've started making the choices that I made now, where I'm actually looking towards finding other ways around it which don't require a subscription. And this isn't someone's big secret because it's literally all over the internet. And no matter how many times you censor it, you'll fail because people are going to be finding methods and they're going to be sharing that. And there are ways to do it completely anonymously. So, really, you only fuck yourself if you're a corporation and you're mad about piracy. It means you've done something wrong. Because a good business practice will go a long way and it will go recognised. Currently, we don't see any of that. And that's why piracy is on the rise. At least that's my theory on it anyway. So don't be surprised. Stop being fucking idiots. Pull up your big boy pants. Say, I'm going to make change. I'm going to do something for the better. And actually do it. Follow it through. And be a better person, be a better company. And then you'll win people over. And you know, I will be as well. Yeah, low price, subscription price for multiple platforms. Like, if it's like £3, that's reasonable for a month. I'll pay for that instantly, and I wouldn't care that it's there. I'll pay for it every month without using it, just because it's cheap, and because I have easy access. And as long as it has all my favourite shows in there, or shows that I want to watch, and with the necessary things like dubbing and stuff, then yeah, I'll support it in an instant. Like, you name it, I'll do that, except for Disney at the moment. But like any other service, maybe Apple TV, maybe Hulu, or I think there's even like premium UK ones, even though most of them stream for free, which for some reason is weird because they don't always stream in the UK. they don't allow you to stream it in the UK for some reason. It's just weird. They think you're not from the UK even though you are from the UK, unless somehow I've landed in another country when I moved, but I don't know. It's yet to be proven. That's a gist of it here. Just realised I'm on the queue. That's mine. Yeah, so that's really why priority is on the rise, at least in my opinion anyway. Again, the key point here is when companies prioritise exclusion, that's when you encounter these problems. That's when people start stealing, that's when people start doing piracy. You even see it in real life. The increase in prices means people are excluded, and in the UK we currently have a apparently shoplifting problem. Guess why that is? Because people are not able to get jobs because of capitalism again. Not immigrants, capitalism, that's an important distinction there. And people are not able to afford to pay for their family, like literally feed them and stuff. Like, that's how sick it is gone. It's just gross. It's so fucking bad. And yeah, like companies will wonder like, why are they stealing from me? I'm losing like money here, even though it's like a fucking penny to them. Like, shut the fuck up and start listening to people, be inclusive. And that's the end of the video.